Sunny skies with the wind blowing out on Sunday in Norman. And we've got a rubber game in the SEC. It's Oklahoma and Florida. The Sooners and the Gators on Senior Day, coming up right now on SEC Network Plus. It's been an entertaining weekend. We go back to Friday night. Florida led 3-1 going to the bottom of the 8th, but the Sooners rallied.
Yeah, just a tenacious effort by the Sooners, coming back, find a way to get guys on back, move them up, move them in.
Jackson Willits and Deshaun Harris, the big hits in a 4-3 Oklahoma victory. Then on Saturday, it was the Caden McDonald show. One of the best all-around individual performances in college baseball this season.
4 for 5 on the night, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 4 for 8 on the weekend. The approach has been solid, and 3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, no earned runs.
An incredible night for Caden McDonald. So your updated SEC standings coming into play today look like this. OU and Florida tied there in that 14-pack at 12-11, right there in the middle. Everybody chasing the Georgia Bulldogs. Hi, everybody. Toby Rowland with you alongside Blake Brewster. So as you can see by the standings, and late in the season, this is a very important baseball game, Blake, for both teams today.
National seed host, regional host. Got to find a way to continue to find a way to win this game. This is going to be a quad one win for both teams.
Carly Murray is the third member of our crew. She's hanging out down by the dugout. Let's send it to Carly.
Toby, we have a rubber match here today in Norman. So much at stake for both Oklahoma and Florida, just trying to add another SEC series win to their resume as we're approaching the last 2 weeks of the regular season. And the Sooners will look to Cord Rager to have a bounce-back day on the bump after he was struggling last week in Auburn. Skip Johnson says he just needs to be himself. He doesn't need to go out there and try to be Randy Johnson. He just needs to be Cord Rager. Toby?
Thank you, Carly. There you see the big freshman out of Maypearl, Texas. As Carly mentioned, rough start at Auburn last week, but all in all, Blake, he's been very good for Skip Johnson's team this year.
Yeah, a guy that pounds his zone, 47 strikeouts to 15 walks. He's going to be in the zone with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, really good slider, and can man to change up to right-handed hitters as well.
Set to make his 10th start of the season, Cord Rager. And it'll be Kyle Jones leading it off for the Gators. The first pitch of the game is swung on and fouled out of play, and we are underway on a sunny Sunday here in central Oklahoma. The lineup for Kevin O'Sullivan's team: Jones, Lawson, Sear, Surwick, Caden McDonald. The last 2 weekends has really been an explosive new addition to this Gator lineup. Bowen, Stripling, Curling, and Yost as well for Florida.
It's that situation where you get thrown into the lineup and you just can't take him out. Now, 2 home runs last night, 6 RBIs, incredible effort to keep his name in this lineup.
2 balls and a strike to Jones. Table setter here for Florida. 2 for 7 in the series with a pair of walks. Great speed if he gets aboard. Into right. Nolan Stevens out there today. And there's 1 out.
Quick first out for Cord Rager. 4 pitches, got to find a way to keep going.
Brendan Lawson now. Quiet first 2 games for the Canadian superstar shortstop here. He's 0 for 8 though in Norman so far. .298 average on the year. Those 11 home runs tied with the guy on deck, Blake Sear, for the most on the team. Takes strike 1. Holds that bat high above his left ear. Hit hard. Deep left center field. Deshaun Harris chasing, and he runs it down on the warning track for out number 2. Oh, he had to go a long ways for that one.
Deshaun Harris, an extremely good center fielder, getting the start today. Great jump on this ball, right on top of it all the time. You see him kind of slow up as soon as he knows he's getting there. Great play.
Two fly ball outs. That's dangerous today. The wind is blowing out. We'll talk more about the weather here in a bit. Blake Sear homered here on Friday night in game 1. His 11th. He takes ball 1 inside. It is Sears' only hit of the series so far, 1 for 7. The Miami transfer. That one's high, 2-0. You see, 338 hitter on the year. 45 runs driven in. Rager's 2-0. Chopping foul ball at the plate, 2-1. This guy's been on quite the tear. 7 home runs in the last 9 games. There you see 17 runs batted in his last 11 SEC games.
Yeah, you look at him, don't see a whole lot of power, but he packs a lot of punch in that 5'11" frame.
Fastball inside corner, strike 2 at 95 from Rager. Oklahoma could use some length out of Rager today. Their starter last night, Cameron Johnson, only an inning before leaving with some knee discomfort. Got him, swinging. 1, 2, 3 go the Gators in the first. Good start for big number 99. Sooners grabbing the bats for the first time when we come back on Sunday in a rubber game. Bottom of the first here at Kimry Family Stadium, and there you see Russell Sandifer, the right-hander on the mound for Florida, the junior out of Tampa, transfer from UCF, who has become a mainstay here in the second half of the season in the Florida rotation. 2-2 record and a 4.08 ERA.
Exactly what you see from Sully's pitching staff as a whole. Low walk numbers. The whip's at 1.25, 35 in the third innings, 41 strikeouts. He's got the stuff to keep Sooners off balance. He's got a little sidearm action. It's going to be fun to watch today.
Also coming off a loss like Rager last time out. Sandifer against Texas A&M last weekend. 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 3 runs. Here's the Sooner lineup today. Camden Johnson, the leadoff hitter for the 3rd consecutive game. Brendan Brock, Trey Gamble, Jackson Willits, the star Friday night. Dayton LaChance has caught the first 2 games. He'll DH this one. Deshaun Harris. Connor Larkin has started all 3 games at first base. That's a new addition this weekend for OU. And Nolan Stevens there at the bottom getting his first start of the series.
Leading off for your Sooners, third baseman number 9, Camden.
Like Kyle Jones for Florida, here's your speedster at the top of the lineup for Oklahoma. If Camden Johnson gets aboard, he can be electric on the base paths.
Yeah, it's like that 1 through 3. All top of the 3 order has double-digit stolen bases. And you get down to Deshaun Harris, who's 12 for 13 on the year in the 6 hole.
Camden Johnson 3 hits last night, 3 for 8 with 2 runs batted in the series. First pitch swinging, hit to short. Lawson backing up on it. The throw a little wide, and safe is the call.
It's going to be an infield hit, Toby. Great job by Lawson getting to it. Kind of an in-between hop, as you see it. Gets in a little bit on Camden Johnson. Nice job by Lawson getting it off, using the ground. Landon Stripling helping him out over there on the throw.
As soon as Lawson had to go back on that ball with Johnson running, you knew it might be trouble, and it was. Oklahoma 8 for 8 in stolen base attempts in the series. Let's see if they're running here in the first. Brendan Brock, the batter. He takes one low at 95. Sooners top home run hitter here with 9 on the year. Leading RBI guy as well with 40. 1 for 8 in the series. Throw goes to first, and they got him. Sandifer picks off Camden Johnson.
Yeah, no dispute from the Sooner dugout. This is just a really good move. The A move just replaces his feet, fires over there. Good job by Stripling getting the tag on Camden Johnson.
Oklahoma's challenging the play at first base. The call on the field is out. This is their first challenge.
Sooners will challenge this. The tag was up on the shoulder of Camden Johnson. Was he able to get that hand in there or not? He was definitely leaning.
Camden Johnson running off the field. We'll get another look at this. It's going to be close. We have to see a different angle from this. See when his fingers hit the bat and the tag is applied. You're right, on his right tricep, Toby. Looks like he's acquiring the bag right there. Great angle from our team. Is it undisputable? That's going to be the question.
Is it enough to overturn the call? I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure you could be any closer. Right there, it looks like maybe his finger's on the bag, but can you tell for sure?
Looks like the glove made contact. Good split screen view at the same time here.
The key early call, you've got the speed of Camden Johnson aboard here in the bottom of the first. The Sooners would love to keep him there. I think the call's going to stand. That's my hunch. How about you?
It's a flip of a coin for me. It's going to be if you can definitively say if he acquired the bag. I just don't think that we have that. Calling the field, holding true on this one.
You see 101 stolen bases this year for OU. Second to Kentucky's 107. 8 in this series. 7 of those came last night in game 2.
A lot of them were just uncontested as well by the Florida Gators. Just conceding the stolen base to the Sooners.
Skip Johnson eagerly awaiting the decision. Third base umpire Eddie Newsom wearing the mic today. And he's waiting for Birmingham to tell him what to say. They're taking a good hard look at this. Here we go.
After review, the runner at first base is out. Oklahoma has 1 challenge remaining.
The call stands. Great pickoff move by Russell Sandifer to wipe away Camden Johnson, and there's 1 away in the inning.
Yeah, it's a clear message to send. Sooners stole 7 bags last night. Sandifer picks off the first base runner of the day for the Sooners.
Fastball strike makes it 1-1 to Brendan Brock. And now Sandifer being asked to wait for eye contact. I feel like we have this at least once every game.
Just getting it ahead early. David Savage taking care of his field. Ensure we're playing on time.
2 balls and a strike. Southwestern Illinois Community College, the first team All-American junior college catcher last year, Brendan Brock. Takes strike 2. Outside, and the count is full, and a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Sandifer. Boy, we've seen some big arms in this series, both ways. Of course, Liam Peterson last night touched 100.
Saw Reitner on Friday night do the same as well. You got Cam Johnson for an inning yesterday. Tons of 95+ coming out of Oklahoma's bullpens as well.
I don't think we've seen a pitcher that doesn't throw 95 in this series either way yet.
Smithburg.
It's another base hit into center field. Brendan Brock on a 3-2 pitch. Second hit of the inning for Oklahoma. And another speedster aboard.
Just a good approach to the plate here. Fastball middle. Timed up. Doesn't do too much with it. Using the middle of the field. Great swing, Brendan Brock.
See if he has an inclination to try to test Sandifer with Trey Gamble now at the plate. Brock has 22 stolen bases on the year. First pitch swinging, Gamble into left. Wind carrying that way. Sear back on the warning track, makes the catch. Boy, that ball, you can see the effect of the wind today. Just kept going. That was a pop-up off the bat that got to the warning track. Flags blowing out at about 20 today. It's the first game in the series that we've had the traditional south wind here in Norman. And the ballpark will play its normal smallness today.
Yeah, it seems like a graveyard for the past couple days. That ball, like you said, off the end of the bat, routine fly ball, made it all the way to the warning track.
Jackson Willits takes one inside. 2 for 7 with a walk in the series for the junior from Fort Cobb, Oklahoma, including that 2-run triple on Friday night. Had a 2-run double in the first inning of Saturday night's game. And the count evens.
Good change up there from Sandifer. Keeping the 4-hole off balance. See if he can get away with this with no runs.
There goes the runner. And he'll have to come back. Foul ball back to the screen makes it 1-2. Brock was on the move. An elite athlete for a catcher. An elite athlete, period. But especially for a catcher, Brendan Brock. 22 for 24 in stolen base attempts. Not running this time as Willits fouls another one out of play.
It's one thing to have speed, Toby, but knowing how to steal bases is a completely different talent in itself. Reggie Willis doing a great job in the run game coordination here with the Sooners. There he is.
Papa Willits. Grandpapa Willits now, as Jackson and his wife had a little baby earlier in the season. Two balls and 2 strikes. Sandifer delivers. And the at-bat continues for Jackson Willits. Of course, Sooner fans know, maybe Florida fans watching in today, his little brother, Eli Willits, the #1 overall draft pick by the Washington Nationals in the most recent Major League draft. So Sandifer has allowed a couple of base hits, but trying to keep a 0 on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs. Runner goes, but it's a swing and a miss. That's a strikeout, and it ends the inning. First for Sandifer. 1 inning in the books here on Sunday in Norman. No score.
first tournament in all of college baseball.
Run straight for the breakaway. Let's get to Hoover.
It'll be here soon, May 19. The SEC tournament gets underway. That is right around the corner now. All 16 teams will be there. Top 4 seeds the double bye. Tennessee and Vandy have won all 4 in the current format. Seeds 5 through 8 get the single bye as Ethan Sarawick swings and misses the first pitch from Cord Rager here in the second. These two teams fighting for byes in Hoover, as well as the opportunity to host regionals in the NCAA tourney. Both feel confident and should that they will be in the field of 64 this season. Florida in the latest D1 baseball projection a 1 seed, Oklahoma a 2 seed, but right there on the bubble line for a host. I feel like whoever wins this game today probably going to show up as a projected host next week, and if it's Oklahoma, maybe both of them will show up as projected hosts when the next round comes out next week. Strike 3 calls. 1 out in the second. Here's a look at the latest projections. You see, we'll get back to that momentarily. Multiple projected hosts in the SEC, and Oklahoma would love to be one of those, but there's work to do for Skip Johnson's team. The star of last night, Caden McDonald, now takes strike 1. 2 doubles, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in, and got the win in relief on the mound. One of the most dominant single game efforts in all of college baseball this season. From a guy who really wasn't a part of the Florida offense 2 weeks ago. What a story this has become for the Gators.
Yeah, 28 total at bats on the year. You know, just swinging a hot bat.
Hits that hard into center field, but Desan Harris leaping, and he caught it. Boy, that ball just kept carrying. It almost got over his head, but what a play by Desan Harris.
It's another really good swing by Caden McDonald, just straight up the chute. Desan Harris, couple steps in. Oh, no, got to get back. Athletic jump. Look at this. Hello. Thank you.
A couple of nice plays already for Desan Harris. Not the normal Sooner center fielder. That's Jason Walk getting the day off. Carson Bowen, a foul ball. Five up, 5 down for Cord Rager with a little help from his friends.
Yeah, at that pitch count at 20 right now. 19, going to be 20 on this one. Doing a nice job staying quick, getting quick outs.
And it's 0-2 to the former TCU Horned Frog. Oklahoma familiar with this guy from their days in the Big 12. Carson Bowen, 247 this year with 3 homers. 1 for 7 in the series. He has walked a couple of times. In an 0-2 hole here. Into right. That's pretty deep. Back to the track and the wall, and it's gone. An opposite field home run for Carson Bowen starts the scoring on Sunday. It's 1-0 Florida.
It's a really good approach for Bowen. He's got 2 strikes, going to stay away. He's going to get a fastball kind of elevated, maybe at the belt. Just a really good sound swing right at the letters. Cord Rager trying to expand the zone up, just not high enough. Bowen getting the barrel to it.
4th home run of the year for Carson Bowen. 4th home run of the series for Florida. As Landon Stripling takes one low and in. And the Gators strike first. On a day where the ball is flying.
Yeah, the past 2 days, that's a fly out to right field in the inning. Today it's a run.
Been talking to the Florida broadcast team the last couple of days, and like many other visitors in the SEC that come to Norman for the first time, they've commented about how big the ballpark is. And I said, wait till the south wind kicks up. You'll see. This is the norm here in Oklahoma. This park in the Big 12 played as one of the smallest. It rockets out of here. But in the SEC, dimensionally, it is one of the bigger fields. But the normal wind blowing today, and that likely will not be the last ball we see leave the yard. 3-1 the count to Stripling. Another guy here the Sooners are familiar with, former Texas Tech Red Raider. And he draws a walk. First issued by Rager today.
Now back to the Gators, second baseman number 4, Cade Curlin.
The home run, by the way, the 9th allowed by Rager this year. It has been a problem for him. As good as he's been, he's given up a lot of long balls. Cade Curlin, Gators second baseman, 1 for 8 on the weekend. And Florida going up there swinging. Strike one. Another Tampa native. Outstanding defensive second baseman here. Got a couple of the best in the country in this series. Kyle Branch for Oklahoma and Cade Curlin for Florida. 0-2.
See if Cord Rager can make an adjustment in this 2-strike count.
Didn't get the chase on the high fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 series remaining for Florida. Home to Kentucky next weekend and at LSU to finish the regular season down in the Bayou. Got him swinging. That ends the inning. 3rd strikeout for Rager. But the Gators get a run. Carson Bowen, an opposite field shot.
Yeah, that's an incredible swing. Up in the zone, does a nice job backspinning this ball to right field. Put it up in the jet stream. Gators up 1.
Here's the NCAA tournament resume for OU. RPI at 18 coming into play today. Number 12 strength of schedule in the country and a projected 2 seed last week by D1 Baseball. They had them going to the Hattiesburg Regional down there at Southern Miss. Lots of ground to cover still until Selection Monday. Oklahoma A solid 2 seed within striking range of a host if they could finish strong. As Dayton LaChance leads off the bottom of the second.
Heard a conversation between Skip and Dayton LaChance in the dugout today. Skip wanted him to suck his hands in, bring him into his body when he was taking his swing. Said he did that last year at JUCO. Just trying to make some minor adjustments, keep him going, keep him hot.
One ball and 2 strikes to count. LaChance homered in his final at bat last night, his 5th of the year. It's the only home run Oklahoma has hit in the series. Came into this weekend the hottest Sooner at the plate, but just 1 for 9 in the series. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sandifer skips a couple up there. LaChance, catcher by trade, big 6'6" Canadian from Sherbrooke, Quebec, fouls it back. He's become a team leader here in his first year in Norman. Real charismatic young man, always smiling.
Yeah, he's funny too. Got a practical joke for everybody in the locker room, just trying to keep it light.
Pulled to third. Surowick up with it. Nice scoop by Stripling for out number 1. Surowick's done a nice job there at the hot corner since the injury to Colton Schwartz here on Friday night. Schwartz in a rundown went toppling over the top of Jackson Willits in the 8th inning. Re-aggravated an oblique injury. Surowick moved across the diamond to third and made a big play in last night's game to keep a couple of runs off the board. Nice play there. Deshaun Harrison to center field. It'll hang up for Kyle Jones, and there's quickly 2 away in the second. Center fielder to center fielder. Connor Larkin now. Just his 6th start of the year, but he has started all 3 games of this series. 2 for 6 with a double and a couple of walks. He's done a nice job. True freshman. The Colorado Player of the Year out of high school last season. Cherry Hills Village, Colorado.
Had a really good night Friday night against a really good arm. Aiden King, couple of knocks with a double. Good approach for the freshman.
Off the end of the bat to first. It'll be an easy second inning for Russell Sandifer. And the side is retired. We head to the third, 1-0 Florida. There's the resume for Florida. RPI right in the same neighborhood, but the strength of schedule, number 2 in the country. And Blake, they have done a job on the road this year. That's their biggest strength in their resume. 9-2 on the road against top 25 teams.
Yeah, have done a really good job against the Quad 1 teams, 13-11 as well. As we know, the SEC's packed with those. It's kind of a weird resume for them. They haven't done a great job against the unranked teams.
First pitch is popped up by Hayden Yost into foul territory. And Connor Larkin has it for the first out of the 3rd inning.
But you're right, they're taking care of business on the road. As we saw last night, just extreme performances from Caden McDonald, keeping them alive.
Last 3 weeks, they have slid back a bit. Back-to-back SEC series losses coming into this weekend. Dropped them from the 4 overall seed to the 14, according to D1 Baseball, coming into the weekend. It would be interesting if they lose today and lose a 3rd consecutive conference series, whether they might drop to a 2 seed next week. Maybe, maybe not. Still, as you saw by that strength of schedule, very solid resume. Attempted bunt is fouled back into the crowd by Kyle Jones. 1-1.
Yeah, if they pick this win up this series, they've got a good chance. Their remaining schedule favors them if they go to Kentucky and LSU in a couple weeks. Oklahoma's a little bit tougher. They go to Alec Bombs tomorrow. Arkansas next week. Then they got Tennessee and Bricktown a couple weeks down the road.
Strike called on the breaking ball. The path is there for both teams to be able to play home baseball in the NCAA tourney. The winner today gets a slight leg up. Here's the 1-2. Hit hard but foul. Cord Rager has just allowed the 1 hit, but it left the yard off the bat of Carson Bowen in the 2nd. That's the 1-0 lead for the Gators. Rager missed a couple of starts in the middle of SEC play with a tender lat. Came back and hurled a gem against Missouri. Roughed up a bit last week against Auburn. That ball's hit hard to left. And it's 2-0 Florida. Kyle Jones a home run. His 5th of the season.
3 for 9 on the weekend now. Just gets out in front of a breaking ball there. 2 home runs on 2 2-strike counts for the Florida Gators.
And that is Florida's 5th home run of the weekend. Just the 2nd hit now allowed by Cord Rager, and it also left the yard.
Yeah, it's a breaking ball right at the belt. Kyle Jones right on top of it. Good 2-strike approach, just gets it out front, deposit it into the Sooner bullpen.
Brendan Lawson now. Gators up a pair. Excuse me, check swing for strike 1. Lawson flied out to center his first time. Very highly regarded prospect here. Outstanding shortstop. Outstanding hitter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just a sophomore Lawson, another Canadian. Been a while since he homered. Over a month ago. Pulls that one foul. Had some few games in there with nursing an injury. Back and healthy now. Still looking for his first hit of the weekend. Sooners shifting him 3 to the right side of the infield. Here's the 1-2 from Rager. Did he go around? He did. 4th strikeout for the lefty. 2nd out of the inning.
Really good job by Rager getting back in the zone. Let's check this swing. Yep. Across the plane. Good call down there by Eddie Newsom. Really good adjustment by Rager getting back in the zone, getting a punch out, 2 outs in the inning.
Now Blake Sears got to be licking his chops with the wind blowing out today. We've seen a couple of towering fly ball outs by him the last couple of days, in addition to the home run he hit. That would have been home runs with today's win. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Yeah, the sac fly he had last night, that was about plane height.
One on Friday that took a day and a half to come down on the warning track. This kid is strong. A little bit high, 2 balls and a strike to Sear. Two 2-0 Florida on 2 solo homers from Carson Bowen and Kyle Jones. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Sear. Rager trying to end the 3rd. Just high, full count.
Cord Rager got to go with the most convicted pitch. Whatever you feel most confident in.
Got him swinging. That's 5 of them for Rager. But the Gators had a run thanks to Kyle Jones.
Get another look at this one. Just a hanging slider. It gets out in front of. Great 2-strike approach. 2 2-strike homers for the Gators.
Gators 2, Sooners nothing. Bottom of the 3rd we go here at Kimry Family Stadium. 8-9-1 due up for OU. There's the home runs in the series. Dayton LaChance, the only one for the Sooners. Sear back in game 1. Of course, McDonald hit a couple last night, and Bowen and Jones today.
Give me Kyle Branch now. Had a pretty good weekend at the plate. Hits aren't falling in, but it seems like the approach is coming back around.
Sophomore from Lucas, Texas. Trying to get that batting average back above 200. Goes bunt again, takes a strike this time from Sandifer. Sandifer gave up back-to-back hits to start the game to Johnson and Brock, but has retired 5 in a row since. Up the middle. Lawson bobbles it, throws, not in time. That'll be an error. Third of the series on Florida.
You know, look at this tough play for Lawson up the middle there. On the run, kind of got a field between his legs almost in the cross step. Bobbles it, not enough time to get Branch at first.
Been an issue for the Gators this year. That's their 52nd error as a team, 12 of them on Lawson. And looks like I owe him an apology because I think they've given Branch an infield hit there. Surely not. Nolan Stevens takes a strike.
That's one they might change tonight at 7 p.m. or something like that. Go back in there.
Let's see. For now, it's an infield hit.
Kyle Branch will take it.
Sure. So will Brendan Lawson. First at bat of the series for Nolan Stevens. Mississippi State transfer here. He's got good power. 5 home runs on the season. But he's down, no balls and 2 strikes. And again, Sandifer being asked to wait for eye contact from the hitter. Branch the runner, average speed at first. And that's a strikeout of Nolan Stevens on 3 pitches. Second one today for Sandifer. 1 out in the third.
Sanford going to the changeup in that at bat, getting Stevens off balance. Everything was away.
Camden Johnson, an infield single back in the first inning, then was picked off of first base. 4 for 9 in the series. Rips that one into right field. Branch will stop at second. 2 on, 1 out. Camden Johnson stays hot.
Now jumping on the first pitch right there. Going down to get this one. Change up away. Little hook barrel. All day long.
Opportunity for the Sooners here in the third. Down a pair. Here's Brock. Singled into center in the first. That's a base hit. Branch being waved home. Yost up with it. The throw goes to second, and it's 2-1.
Wide open 4-hole with Cade Curlin shading the bag. Trying to hold Kyle Branch at second base. Sooners threaten to run all day. Works out for Brock. It's an approach right here. That's just a fastball in, just kind of inside out. Outs it. Derek Jeter would be proud.
That was Jeter-esque, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Team leading 41st run batted into the year for Brock. Still only 1 out for Trey Gamble. 3rd hit in the inning. He grounds one to the right side. Diving stop by Curlin. The throw is in time to get Gamble. Outstanding play by Cade Curlin. We told you we got 2 good second basemen, outstanding second basemen in the series. And Cade Curlin showing himself off here.
Yeah, he does a nice job of getting up on his feet, making this throw, getting the speedy runner of Gamble. Going head first. I always like running through the bag. Takes some more time getting down on the ground.
Runners advance, though, and a base hit now by Willits could give Oklahoma the lead. Second and third, 2 outs. First pitch swinging again to Curlin, and that'll do it for the Sooner 3rd inning. They get a run and leave a pair. We've played 3 on Sunday. It's 2-1 Gators. Last time these two teams played, the 2022 regional in Gainesville, they played 3 times. Jimmy Crooks, David Sandlin combining in the first matchup to give Oklahoma the victory. Then in the regional final, facing elimination, the Gators got revenge, forcing a decisive Game 7 in Gainesville. And that was highlighted by a 5.5-hour rain delay. Florida led when the game was stopped, but Oklahoma's Peyton Graham homered when the game resumed, and the Sooners got the 1-run victory, claimed the regional title in Gainesville, and went on to the College World Series, ended up playing for the national championship against Ole Miss back in 2022. That's the only time Oklahoma and Florida had met before this weekend.
Little Sooner magic down in Gainesville. You were on that call, weren't you?
I was. Ethan Surowick leads off the 4th inning. 2-1 Florida in front. Rubber game today here in Norman. And it's 0-2. Surowick struck out looking, first time up in the 2nd. Arguably has been the Gators' best hitter in conference play, hitting .320 in SEC action. Average-wise, that would certainly test out. Takes one low. What have you thought of Cord Rager so far?
He's gotten to a lot of 2-strike counts. I think he's been able to put him away. A lot of really good pitches over the meat of the plate for the Gators to hammer. That's where we sit 2-1 right now. But other than that, it's been good. It's attacking the zone. Pitch counts at 46, a little bit higher than you'd want. But here we are in the 4th.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Surowick. He pulls it foul. This is the 6th rubber game for Oklahoma in SEC play. They're 3-2 in the previous 5. 5th rubber game for the Gators this year in conference play. They're 1-3. Surowick has battled back from an 0-2 count to run it full. Just a bit low. Leadoff man aboard. 2nd walk issued by Cord Rager.
It's a really good pitch. See where this ends up. Yeah, just low. Vernon Brock doing everything he can, trying to steal this pitch. Great take.
McDonald robbed on a leaping catch by Deshaun Harris in center field first time up. Looks at a breaking ball for strike one. Gators have not attempted to steal a base in the series. Oklahoma, a tough team to run against. Whether it's Brock or LaChance back there, both have been stingy in that category this season. There's a strike, 1-2. Two-way star this weekend, Caden McDonald. They call him Doc. He's studying to be a doctor. Pre-med major. Pitch is outside.
Keep swinging like that.
Not the first Gator to be a two-way star. Wasn't long ago Jack Caglione was doing his thing down in Gainesville.
Almost the same stat line offensively.
Popped it up. Right center field. Harris calling for it. Drifting, and the ball lands. Miscommunication in right field between Harris and Stevens. And the Gators get a gift.
Looked like Deshaun lost this ball towards the end. See what his route looks like. Yeah, it's a little bit far in front of it, then drops right in. He's right on top of that. Looks like he lost that in the sun. Nobody touching it. It's going to give McDonald the single.
So 2 on, nobody out. Let's see if Florida can take advantage of this. Carson Bowen homered his first time up today. He looks at a strike. It is a hit for McDonald. By the way, they have changed the scoring decision in the third inning. The Kyle Branch, was originally an infield single, has been changed to an error on Lawson. Ball and 1 strike. Oklahoma has turned the most double plays in the SEC in league play, but they haven't turned one yet this weekend. I would love one right here. 1-2. Not a cloud in the sky, but the sun's still up there, and they got Deshaun Harris's way. Cord Rager strikes out Carson Bowen, and that helps. 1 gone. 6 of them for Rager.
Yeah, finds the change up there to give Bowen. Gets him out on his front foot. Really big out. Now you're 1 pitch away.
Landon Stripling walked in the second. Two-1 Gators in front here in the fourth. A walk and a misplayed fly ball have given them a chance to add to the lead. And now Skip Johnson wants to go talk to his freshman lefty. This is just a chat. Nobody warming in the Sooner pen. Reed Hensley headed down that way. Doesn't look too urgent about it, though.
I think this is a strategy visit, Toby. Rager's been in pretty good control. Just a couple of mistakes left up in the zone.
6 strikeouts, 2 walks so far for Rager today.
It's been efficient. That fastball in the outside corner, slider down and in there. He gets Lawson on a check swing, fastball up.
Has made a couple of mistakes, though. Carson Bowen got him. And Kyle Jones as well. 2 home run balls. Here's a slow roller to shortstop. The only play is at first for Willits. They get Stripling for the second out. Both runners advance.
Heads up play by Willits right there, just getting him for sure out at first base. You want to try to turn that, but that's a 12 hopper all the way to you. Just get this for sure one at first base.
A big at bat here now. Tight game on Sunday. 1-run game. 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs for Cade Curlin. Struck out his first time up. Surowick at third, McDonald's at second. Strike 1. Curlin 1 for 9 in the series. Went around. Strike 2.
Big pitch right here. Got Curlin looking a little bit silly with that 2-strike pitch right there. See if he can mix something in. Get the Sooners out of this one.
Didn't chase the fastball at 95. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Seems like every count has gotten to 1-2 in this inning.
Rager set. And the pitch. Got him swinging to end the inning. And he's fired up. A misplayed fly ball to center field, but no harm done. Still a 1-run game on Sunday here in Norman. What do you want to ask, Skip? So I don't step on your question.
Just Cody Rager looking good right now. Your offense is doing.
Let's pick one thing.
Okay, sorry.
I'll pick one. You pick one.
Okay.
You want to ask Rager?
Yeah, I'll go
okay.
Rager.
Hey, Skip, Toby and Blake with you.
Hey, Toby and Blake.
What's going on, Skip?
Same old thing, just a different day.
Nice job getting out of that one.
Yeah, you got 4 outs, huh?
We like that.
Two to 1 Gators in front as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, and we are pleased to be joined by the head coach of the Sooners, Skip Johnson, battling through, not feeling great, I think, this weekend. We appreciate you joining us, Skip. Offense just needs that big hit, it feels like, today.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing last night. We got bases loaded and getting a big hit in those situations, and they did. And, you know, it's just one of those deals. It's an imperfect game, and which team is going to make the more mistakes than the other team? It's just college baseball at its best. And with aluminum bat, with the wind blowing out, you never know what's going to happen.
Hey, Cody Rager's doing his job today, looking extremely efficient, getting to a lot of 2-strike counts.
Yeah, he's just got to try to keep putting them away and making the executing pitches, not overthrowing, trying to do too much.
Thank you, Skip. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Skip Johnson. One of the most personable coaches you'll ever meet in any sport right there. And if you ever strike up a conversation with him. High fly ball to left. If the wind catches it, this could be trouble. The chance back to the wall, looking up. It's gone! Second home run in as many days for Dayton LaChance, and on the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th, he ties the game.
This kid just gets his swing off. It's powerful, man. Long levers from a 6'6" frame. Big boy. Gets the fastball up, extended, just a powerful swing. Throws it up into the jet stream. Ties this game up.
Hadn't hit a home run all season going into the Vanderbilt series back in mid-April. Has 6 of them now. He has caught fire. He had 20 of them a year ago in junior college. Deshaun Harris hard hit ball, caught it first. Nice play by Landon Stripling. One gone in the fourth. I was going to say, if you ever strike up a conversation with Skip Johnson, get ready to look at a bunch of hunting pictures. He'll pull out his phone soon, quickly, and show you all the prize deer that he has captured lately.
If you ever get to try that deer sausage, it's homemade from his house. It's good.
He does
man.
make some
good stuff.
Good jerky, too. Connor Larkin grounded out his first time.
I'll never forget, he brought a tin-foil plate coming over. He's like, hey, try some of this. Unwrap it. I don't know, man. Tin-foil on a paper plate. He's like, try it. Man,
You're going to have to give me more information, Coach. What am I about to partake in? You never know with him. 1 ball and 1 strike to Larkin. Just inside. Sandifer wanted that one. It was a big 5-minute swing there. Florida had a chance to add to their 1-run lead. Couldn't. And then the first pitch of the inning, LaChance ties it. We got a new ball game now. Three balls and a strike to Larkin. Sandifer has not issued a walk today. There's a strike. Count is full. There's Big Mape, as they call him. And there's the first free pass for Russell Sandifer as he walks Connor Larkin. 1 out base runner.
Really good at bat by the freshman Larkin. Wasn't on time with that 3-1 pitch, but takes it anyway. Works it full, gets the walk. Sandifer's 14 walked on the year.
Kyle Branch reached on an error and scored in the 3rd inning. Runner goes, ground ball, perfect hit and run into right field. And Larkin takes the turn and heads to 3rd. You can't do it better than that.
Yeah, get him running. Get Cade Curlin covering the bag. They say put it on the ground, but if you're right-handed, try to get it to the right side, and he does it. Job by Branch, just throwing it on the ground, and we go running. Good jump by Larkin, looking in. Textbook.
Larkin does not have a stolen base on the year. You got to feel like that was hit and run all the way. And now a chance for Oklahoma to take the lead. Nolan Stevens. 1 out in the inning, runners on the corners. Sandifer struck out Stevens on 3 pitches, first time up in the 3rd inning. And he takes strike 1 here.
Guy with some pop, 5 home runs and 70 at-bats on the year. And blowing out to right for him.
Change up, 0-2. And Reggie Willits would like an offensive timeout to talk to Stevens. What do you think this is about?
It's been all change-ups, Nolan. Got to see that thing up. Got to be able to make an adjustment right here. Easier said than done. It looks just like a fastball. Sandifer does a nice job of hiding it, coming out of the same window as his fastball.
That looked inspirational in nature. A pep talk, if you will. 0-2 count. Chance to put Oklahoma in front here. Looked to be fooled again on that swing, but he got a piece of it to stay alive. LaChance homer to start the 4th. Harris lined out. Larkin walked. Branch singled to right. Runners on the corners with one out. One and two.
Speeds him up with a fastball. I think it's just for show. Sanford wants to get him out on that changeup.
And he got him. Big strikeout for Sandifer for the second out of the inning.
Now elevates the fastball, gets above the barrel of Nolan Stevens for a big punch out.
Still got to get Camden Johnson, though. 2 for 2 today, 5 hits in the series. Sooner leadoff man with 2 outs. Takes the first pitch high. You can tell by the records at the top of your screen, both overall and conference, that these two teams are very similar. Not surprising, they played a back and forth series this weekend, and we had a tie game on Sunday. Living in the same neighborhood of the RPI, postseason projections. This one feels like it's going right to the wire today.
Been a really fun series to call too. Just up and downs all across. You see McDonald doing what he was doing last night, being on the mound, having a great night at the plate.
2 balls and a strike to Camden Johnson. Cam Johnson, Sooner starting pitcher last night, left in the second inning with discomfort in his knee. He will be reevaluated on Monday. Obviously, Oklahoma hoping that is nothing serious. 3-1 the count. Brendan Brock, also 2 for 2 today, is on deck. Could get one to hit here. Runner takes off from first. Call is a strike. Second base conceded to Branch. And a full count now. A base hit to the outfield could give the Sooners a 2-run lead. Here's the payoff. And we'll do it again. That is the 9th stolen base of the series for OU.
Sanford ramping up that fastball to 94, trying to get it past the barrel of Camden Johnson. Big pitch coming.
Hit hard to left, but foul. This is the identical situation Cade Kurland had in the top of the 4th inning. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Rager able to get the big strikeout there.
Kind of get the feeling that whatever team comes through in a situation like this is going to win this one.
Another payoff. Hit to second. This should end the inning. Kurland's got it, and the side is retired. Sooners get 1 on the LaChance homer. We head to the 5th now, tied at 2 in a rubber game on Sunday in Norman.
Yeah, let's see the big fella get extended. That pitch was on the outer third. Big, strong Dayton LaChance tying this game up.
Everybody in Norman wanting to see this one. Big game here on Sunday. Even the local fire department has stopped by to catch a few innings. We're in good hands.
Enjoying it. I think there was a cat stuck in the tree out there in right field. They just stuck around to help out.
There might be a baseball out there. Let's check in with Carly Murray down at the dugout. Carly?
Toby, it's getting really steamy down here. The OU players were putting on cool racks, just trying to stay cool, specifically Quarter Rager and Brendan Brock guys, as the temperatures are heating up. Summer is near.
Thank you, Carly. Hayden Yost leading off the fifth for Florida. 2 balls and no strikes. He popped out his first time up. 1 for 8 on the weekend. Strike call. Probably near the end of the day, you would think, for Rager. He has not gone more than 5 innings in any outing this year. They have been cautious with their young arm, and he also had an injury, as we mentioned, there in the middle of SEC play. Pitch count's not carried away. 74. Xander Mercurius starts to get loose. He has thrown as many as 93 pitches in a game twice this year. High fly to right. Hit well, but foul. I think the wind's trying to bring it back fair, and it does, and it's gone. First base umpire wasn't paying attention, and the home plate umpire called it a home run. That was bizarre. Never seen that before. The first base umpire had his back to the foul pole, was not watching at all. Here comes Skip Johnson for a word. That ball might have gone around the foul pole right to left. And the wind carried it back. First base umpire Alfredo Burkeen had no idea. Fortunately, home plate umpire David Savage was watching, and he called it a fair ball and a home run. And Skip Johnson is hot.
I think he's got a point to be here. That'd be tough to review because it was so high.
It definitely landed left of the foul pole, which is fair. It kind of curved around the foul pole from foul territory back fair. I think Skip is hot about first base umpire Alfredo Burkeen not paying attention. But it's going to stand as a home run. Have you ever seen that before?
No.
We'll take another look at it here after this pitch. First pitch is a strike.
You're right. It seemed like he kind of gave up on it. We'll see this again. Look at the launch angle. So high.
It was definitely foul off the bat. David Savage, home plate umpire, stuck with it to see it fair. I don't know if we have a view of our first base umpire or not. But that's the most interesting thing, is Kyle Jones now has been hit by a pitch. And so a bizarre set of circumstances here to start the 5th inning. A foul ball that blows back fair ends up being a home run. First base umpire completely oblivious to it. He thought it was a mile foul because it was off the bat. That's how hard the wind's blowing. But a 3rd solo homer of the day has given the lead back to Florida. And now the heart of the order. There's a pop-up. Everybody pay attention here. Camden Johnson at 3rd, drifting, hanging with it, makes the play. Wow. Let's look at one more angle of this Hayden Yost home run. First base umpire looks, he goes, yep, that's foul, turns back around.
And it lands 20 feet in play.
Back fair. I'd never seen a ball. I think when that ball left the yard, it was foul, and then past the pole, blew back fair.
So the foul poles extend all the way up imaginary, right?
Right. I don't even know. I assume they got it right. I don't know that I've ever in my life seen a ball. I guess as long as it eventually lands fair, it's a home run.
It's crazy.
And Skip Johnson's going to the bullpen. The day is done for Cord Rager. A wild one unfolding here in Norman on Sunday. One more look at the Hayden Yost home run as we go to break. As the Sooners head to the bullpen, down a run. Here's another look at it. The 6th home run of the series and 3rd of the day for Florida. Is it foul? It was, and not anymore. (3-2) Gators. Take another look at this home run by Hayden Yost. At the top of the screen, you can see the ball re-enter coming down in fair territory on the hill. And that is left of the foul pole in fair territory. If we can freeze it right there. At one point when the ball left the bat, it was headed toward that bus on the bottom of your screen. That's how much the wind blew it back. You can see the ball rolling down the hill there. Fair ball and a home run. All of this completely oblivious to our first base umpire, Alfredo Burkeen, who said, nope, that's foul, and he turned back around. He was looking at home plate. When that ball landed, he was looking at home plate. Home plate umpire David Savage said, I got the call, it's a home run.
It looks like he's telling Matthew Wilbanks, the second base umpire, he lost it in the sun. Heads up play by
for OU. And this is the guy who started game 1, Caden Leon, out of the bullpen here on Sunday.
Yeah, perfect 2 innings, 3 hits on Friday night, 1 strikeout. On the year, 284, as you can see, 20th appearance, 26 strikeouts to 15 walks. Fastball's up to 95, 96, high-powered arm for Skip Johnson.
Blake Sear, his first batter. He'll start with a pickoff attempt. Sooners tried a new strategy. They've struggled in game 1s, getting off to good starts on the mound in conference play, so they went with an opener this weekend. Blake mentioned Leon threw the first 2 innings before handing it to LJ Mercurius, the normal game 1 starter, and it worked well. Leon, only those 34 pitches, still plenty of gas left in the tank here. 1 on, 1 out. Florida back up a run. And a 2-0 count to Sear, who has struck out twice today against Rager. Two and 1.
Good breaking ball, keeping Sear off the fastball, especially when blowing out an advantage count.
Florida has scored their 3 runs today on 3 solo homers.
Scoreboard looks like binary code.
Runner goes, and Sear is hit by the pitch. Second hit batter of the inning. And there's 2 Gators aboard.
Now batting for the Gators, third baseman number 10, Ethan.
He just lost control of the breaking ball right there. Still 1 pitch away. Look, 0-1-1, 0-1, 0-0-1-1.
Gators trying to put a 2 up or 3 here. 2 on, 1 out for Surwick, who has struck out and walked today. Hit hard into right. That could be trouble, and that's gone. And that's a 3-run homer for Ethan Surwick. The 4th home run of the day for Florida. And the Gators grasp control of this one. They now lead it 6-2.
Surwick having a good weekend at the plate. Gets extended on this one. This ball travels deep into the zone. He catches it. It's a 2-iron out to the right field wall. Little breaking ball. It's out in front. Spin goes farther. Great swing.
4th home run of the day for Florida. And the 7th in the series. And a 4-run 5th inning has them up 6-2. Seven homers from 6 different Gators on the weekend. Only Caden McDonald has hit a pair. Both of his came last night as he bats here today. 1 for 2. Anything elevated with any kind of pop has a chance. Leon thought that was a strike. Didn't get the call. 3-1.
It seems like 6 runs won't win this ball game, especially how the ball's flying today.
Another hard hit ball by McDonald and another base hit. His 6th of the series.
Yeah, he has not missed a barrel all day. Hard line drive that's caught in the 2nd. Back-to-back singles in the 4th and 5th.
4 combined home runs in the first 2 games of the series. 5 today. 4 of those from Florida. And Skip Johnson's going back to his bullpen again. Gators not fooled by Caden Leon. It'll be Xander Mercurius when we come back here in Norman. Now 6-2, visitors in front in a rubber game. Hayden Yost and Ethan Surwick have homered for Florida here in the 5th inning. Their 3rd and 4th of the day. And they lead at 6-2 as OU hands the ball now for the 2nd time in this series to the younger of the Mercurius brothers, Xander Mercurius.
Yeah, I saw him on Friday night. Threw an inning, gave up a 1 run, walked a couple guys, struck a guy out on the year, 25 strikeouts and 9 walks. Love looking at that. He's in the zone, 26 innings and 2/3, 4.73. Kid that's not really as scared of the moment. He'll come right at you.
Trying to keep it where it is, hoping that the Bats still have something to say about this one. Now a 4-run lead for Florida. Boy, what a weekend for that guy. Caden McDonald. 2 singles today, 2 doubles, 2 homers yesterday, and the win on the mound last night.
He hasn't missed a barrel in almost 48 hours, Toby.
Now, the one out they had today was the leaping catch by Desan Harris in center field. Otherwise, he'd be 3 for 3 today. And that would have been extra bases.
Baseball's a funny sport, man. 30 at-bats on the year, and he's the hottest guy in the country.
Carson Bowen hit the first Gator home run of the day back in the 2nd inning. Struck out in the 4th. One ball and 1 strike. Fastball in there for strike 2.
Really good pitch at 93 on the black. Bowen likes to go that way. Look for him to kind of bust him in. 2 strikes here.
Hammered to left. That's deep, and that's gone. Another Florida homer. 2nd of the day for Carson Bowen. That's 5 of them for Florida, and they now lead it 8-2.
Just 1 for 7 coming into today. He's 2 for 3. 3 RBIs. Have a day, Carson Bowen.
A 6-run inning in the 5th, and still only 1 out. This one a line drive.
Yeah, kind of a hanging breaking ball. He gets out front on, stays through it, little scissor kick.
It is home run derby for Florida here in the 5th. Yost, Surowick, and Bowen. Stripling, the 8th batter of the inning, and he launches one, and that's gone. The Sooners cannot keep the Gators in the yard. 4th home run of the inning. 6th of the game, and it's 9-2.
Advantage count 2-0. Xander's got to come with a fastball. This is a little bit in. Stripling getting to the barrel to it. It's a no-doubter.
And all this started with the bizarre home run by Hayden Yost. But there has been nothing bizarre about the next 3 this inning. Surowick, Bowen, and Stripling. 3 of the last 4 hitters punishing the baseball. Cade Curlin now the 9th batter of the 5th inning for Florida. And Brendan Brock now going to go talk to Xander Mercurius, who has faced 2 batters and seen both of them hit home runs. Xander, 5th and 6th he's allowed on the season. This has really been the last 2 weekends. Auburn last weekend, and now Florida today. All weekend, but especially today. The Oklahoma pitchers have given up a ton of home runs after that wasn't as big of an issue, or really much of an issue at all year.
I think today it's been the advantage count, at least since Caden Leon came in. Mercurius down to a 3-0 again, having to pump a strike in at 95.
This game tied at 2 when the 5th inning started, and Florida has exploded. And there's a walk. And the agony continues for the Oklahoma pitching staff. It's the first walk of this inning, but it will bring the 10th batter, Hayden Yost, to the plate. And Skip Johnson headed to the mound again. Another pitching change. Gators getting all over him here in the 5th on Sunday. Well, Oklahoma going to keep trying pitchers until they can find one that can keep Florida in the yard today. It'll be Gavin Jones's turn now.
Yeah, his last appearance gave up a couple runs against Auburn in an inning and 2/3. Kind of the same thing against Missouri a couple weeks ago. 6'1" left-hander, hard throwing, 206 out of White Oak, Texas. See, on the years, they got a 7.13 ERA, 18 strikeouts to 11 walks.
And he'll start by facing Hayden Yost, who racked a home run around the foul pole, not the direction you usually think. Back in the, well, to start this 5th inning. He's 1 for 2 today. He takes the first pitch low and outside. These are not the boppers that have done it this inning. It's not Lawson and Sear. Yost hitting just his 4th home run of the season.
Stripling. Yeah.
Stripling his 3rd. Bowen has homered twice today, just his 4th and 5th of the year. Surwick's 8th. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Yost. Gets the breaking ball in there for strike 2. Well, if you're Skip Johnson and Reggie Willits, say the wind's not going to stop blowing. You can just get back in the dugout. Still over half the baseball game to play. Maybe Oklahoma can get hot as well.
Yeah, I got to get back in. Just find a way to pass the stick. Can't hit a 7-run home run, as Skip Johnson likes to say. Keep getting guys on base. Put yourself back in it.
Curlin, the runner at first. Oh, and that hit him in the helmet. Oh, boy. Looks like he's okay. It was a breaking ball, fortunately, and Yost shakes it off. That's the third hit batter of the inning. And this has just turned into a nightmare for the Sooners.
Yeah, this looks like a breaking ball. He just lost. Ooh, got lucky. Just catching some plastic. Knocked something off. Do you see that coming off there?
Home plate umpire David Savage picked it up and has just tossed it back to the dugout. Piece of Hayden Yost's helmet. Kyle Jones was hit by a pitch earlier this inning. So 4 home runs, 3 hit batters, a single and a walk so far in the 5th. And only 1 out. Jones, the 11th hitter, swings and misses at the first offering. 4 combined home runs in the first 2 games of the series. 4 home runs in this inning. Top of the 5th for Florida.
Doubling the total in 1 inning.
0-2. Kyle Jones homered back in the 3rd today. Florida's got 8 hits. 6 of them home runs. The only 2 hits they have that aren't homers, Caden McDonald singles, the guy that homered twice yesterday.
Yeah, he's just not elevating today. Something must be wrong.
Give him time. We're only in the 5th. No balls and 2 strikes. Gavin Jones to Kyle Jones. And that's to the backstop, and the runners will advance. A wild pitch. Infield in now for Oklahoma. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. And that hit him. Unbelievable. 4 home runs and 4 hit batters in the 5th inning. Brendan Lawson now will be the 12th Florida hitter. And still only 1 out.
See what this gets him.
Back foot slider got him on the back foot.
Right on the toe.
Sooners will back up to double play depth now for Lawson. And bounces up there. To the backstop, runner headed home, and he's safe. And a wild pitch makes it 10-2 Florida. And the wheels have come off for the Sooners here in the 5th.
Yeah, fastball, he just lost arm side. No chance. The runner coming home.
Infield will come in again now with no runner at first base. And a 2-0 count to Lawson. 3-0. This game was tied when the top of the 5th inning started. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Blake Sear will be the 13th Gator to bat. And he'll face a different Sooner pitcher. To the pin again. All Gators now on Sunday. This never-ending fifth has yet to end. There you see it, 8 runs and counting in the fifth for Florida. Still only 1 out. Blake Sear will be the 13th hitter of the inning. Here's what's happened so far in the fifth. 1 single, 4 home runs. There have been 4 hit batters, 2 walks, and a pop out. That's the 1 out.
By Brendan Lawson, who just walked.
Strike 1 to Sear. Jason Bowden, the new pitcher for OU. Another guy who we saw here, Blake, on Friday. He looked good in 1 inning of work.
Yeah, just that combination bullpen that did a really good job Friday night picking up the dub.
1 ball and 1 strike to Sear. There's Bowden, former Texas A&M Aggie, junior out of Orangeville, Texas. Got the swing and miss. They call him Everyday Bowden around here because he pitches so much.
That's a reliable arm. The stuff is electric. 28 strikeouts, 4.32 ERA. He's gotten hit a little bit. 4-1 on record on the year. High leverage guy.
Bowden got the win in game 1 in relief. That 4-3 Sooner victory, that come from behind win. 2-2 the count to Sear. And the count is full. Sear was hit by a pitch earlier in the inning, struck out twice against Cord Rager earlier in the game. Bases loaded, 1 out. The payoff. Strike 3 called. Out number 2.
Fastball down right at the knees. Good spot for Jason Bowden. Get the 2nd out of this inning.
Serwick, a 3-run homer here in the 5th, will bat again with the bases loaded this time. 14th hitter of the frame. The inning so far for Florida: homer, hit by pitch, pop out, hit by pitch, 3-run homer, single, 2-run homer, solo shot, walk, hit batter, walk, strikeout. Ground ball to short should do it. Flip to second, and the inning is over. but it's a monster one for Florida. They score 8 and hit 4 taters halfway home on Sunday. 10-2 Gators in front.
You may get whiplash looking at this one. 4 home runs in an inning. Big swing from the Swamp Boys.
Offensive coordinator Reggie Willits calling a little bit of a team meeting here after that half inning, and you can see Florida has exploded. An 8-run 5th inning has them up 10-2. 6 home runs today for Florida. Still Russell Sandifer on the bump. His first pitch to Brendan Brock's a called strike. Sandifer hadn't thrown a pitch in a while.
Pitch count up to 60 here in the bottom of this 5th inning.
Brock 2 for 2 today. Singled in the first, had him an RBI single in the third. Two and 1. Oklahoma won game 1, Florida won game 2. Winner of this one takes the series here in Norman with 2 weekends to go in the regular season. Found that fastball back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sooners a little shell-shocked after that top of the 5th, you would imagine.
I think that's what Reggie was telling him. Wind's still blowing. I think he hit the nail on the head, Toby. Got to find a way to get guys on the bases. You can find a way to put 8 up.
Ben's out of the way of that one. The count is full. Strike 3 called. Fastball outside corner for Sandifer, his 3rd.
Yeah, spots this one up. Really good pitch for Sandifer. Right on the black. Freezes Brendan Brock. He didn't like the call, but I think it's on it.
Trey Gamble 0 for 2 today. Nice play by Cade Curlin to take a base hit away from him last time off. Behind to the count here, 0-2. This is low. Gamble has put together an impressive senior campaign. One of the seniors honored before the game today. This is OU's final series here in Norman, not their final home series. Surowick fields the hot shot and throws him out. OU will go to Arkansas next weekend, and then they are hosting Tennessee for the final 3 games of the year, but that will be in Oklahoma City. They're going to play in Bricktown, where the Oklahoma City Comets, the Dodgers AAA affiliate, plays their home games. Longtime site of the Big 12 tournament. It's no longer there. It's now in Arlington. But it'll be OU in Tennessee, downtown Oklahoma City for those 3 games. So these will be the last regular season games. Today, the last regular season game played here at Kimry Family Stadium this year.
Be fun to go back to Bricktown. Had a lot of good memories back there.
Sure.
It's always a really good playing surface as well.
Big 12 tournament games, Bedlam games through the years. 0-2.
We used to pack it out with the Bedlam games, man.
Fun stadium. And downtown Oklahoma City has become a really cool place. NBA playoffs, of course, going on. 2 weeks. Hopefully they'll still be going on. Something's gone wrong for the Thunder if they're not. They got the Lakers coming up next, starting Tuesday night. Nubber off the end of the bat goes foul. Jackson Willett's 0 for 2 today. Other than the Dayton LaChance homer, Russell Sandifer's done a nice job keeping the ball down in the zone today against the Sooners, not allowing them to elevate on this windy day. There's another ground ball. Stripling, flip to Sandifer, and it's a 1-2-3 fifth. Kudos to Russell Sandifer. He sat around for a long time. That 8-run top of the 5th, and then handles business in the bottom. Gators feeling good on Sunday. They got a 10-2 lead. They scored 3 runs in game 1, 20 so far in games 2 and 3. The offense has come alive. And they'll go to work again. Caden McDonald 2 for 3 today, leading off the 6th inning. Still facing Jason Bowden. Bowden, the 5th pitcher used today for Oklahoma. All 5 were on the mound in the 5th inning, by the way. He got the last 2 outs. There's strike 1 to McDonald.
Yeah, this is the guy that kind of carried him last night. Now everybody's joined the hit parade.
0-2.
Skip Johnson just trying to find somebody to get an out.
Swing and a miss. They strike out Caden McDonald. First out of the 6th. That ends a streak of 8 consecutive at-bats in which McDonald hit the ball on the screws. Not all of them ended up in hits. He was robbed on a leaping catch earlier in this game. He flied out to deep center field. The only time they got him out last night. Strikeout here to start the 6th. Carson Bowen has homered twice today. Once to right, once to left. Woo! Watch out. Jason Bowden took a piece of that one as it ends up in center field, and he is down on the mound. Not sure where it hit him, but it definitely deflected off of the pitcher, Jason Bowden.
Not good. Credit to the training staff getting out there before time was called. It was a dead sprint.
He's to his feet. Haven't seen him. Looks like they're maybe messing with the right shoulder area. It's his pitching shoulder.
Give him a few, see if he can work it out. Ball was struck. Carson Bowen.
He's feeling it. Here's a look at the right top of the right shoulder. Ouch.
Might have been Bone.
Brandon Lee, the Sooner trainer, out there quickly, and that's going to do it. Jason Bowden threw one pitch and said, I can't go. So we will have Reed Hensley entering the game, and he'll be given as much time as he needs to get loose here in the 6th. Gators in command here, top of the 6th inning. We've had a delay as Sooner pitcher Jason Bowden was hit on a comebacker in his right shoulder and has left the game. So the Sooners bring in Reed Hensley, senior right-hander, another honored today on Senior Day, making his first appearance of the series.
Yeah, guy Skip Johnson used heavily last year, more situational. this year. Saw him a couple weeks ago against Oral Roberts on the year. 11 strikeouts and 9 walks, 1.80 ERA. Only giving up 2 runs on the year.
Sooners showing off the depth, if nothing else, of their pitching staff this weekend. They have used a lot of guys. By my count, and I did this quickly, Reed Hensley, the 15th different pitcher that OU has used in this series. And a few of them have pitched twice. Remember, they went with the opener Friday. Leon, L.J. Mercurius, Xander Mercurius, Bowden, and Cleveland. Yesterday, Cam Johnson had to leave after an inning. You then saw Catalano, Collier, Weslowski, Smithburg, Bixby, and Barfield. Today, Rager, Leon, and Mercurius for a second time. Gavin Jones, Jason Bowden for a second time. And now Reed Hensley. 2 balls and a strike to count to Stripling. Runner at first is Carson Bowe, and he's there because of his 3rd hit of the day. Stripling homered his last time up. Takes ball 3. And he walked him. 2 on, 1 out. It is the 5th walk issued by the Sooners today. They've hit 4 guys as well, so that's 9 freebies. And now Cade Curlin.
Really a tough situation for Hensley to come into. You get as many as you want, but you still feel rushed. Trying to get ready in a hurry. Got to get your mind right. See if you can make an adjustment to get back in the zone right here.
Takes a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Curlin walked and scored in that 8-run 5th inning. Base hit to left. Bowen will be held up, and the bases are loaded. And the Gators' offensive explosion continuing here into the 6th inning. Hayden Yost. He batted twice in the 5th, homered, and was hit by a pitch. He had the first of their 4 5th inning home runs, and the oddest one.
Still scratching my head on that one, Toby. Get some clarification later on from somebody smarter than I am.
I don't know if we can find somebody. I have my doubts. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Definitely wasn't Alfredo Burkeen.
No, he didn't see it. Two balls and a strike. Good block by Brock. Swing and a miss. Win on. Reed Hensley has one of the best 12-6 curveballs on the staff. It is his go-to pitch to finish off an at-bat. Let's see if he goes to it here. Could be 2. Branch to Willits. The throw to first. 4-6-3 double play ends the inning. First double play turned this weekend for Oklahoma. and they're 23rd in SEC play. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 10-2 Gators. Well, they're hanging in there, the Faithfuls, even though the home team is down big here on Sunday. Hoping for a late inning rally as we move to the bottom of the 6th. 10-2 Gators in front. It'll be Dayton LeChance leading off. He has the lone Sooner home run today. Came last time up in the 4th. His 2nd of the series. And Russell Sandifer still on the mound. What have you thought of Sandifer today, Blake?
Pitchability guy, right? Spots up 3 pitches for strikes, keeping lefties off the fastball with a changeup, and he keeps it down in the zone.
There's only been one fly ball out. That was back in the 1st inning. Trey Gamble flied out to left. There was a line drive out to center field by Desan Harris. Everything else has been ground balls today. And how valuable is that on a day like this? Ahead of LeChance, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you sit here and try to pick apart a guy and try to figure out how you would hit him. Sandifer's got that kind of a high 3/4, so that fastball kind of sink, run away from you as a left-handed hitter.
There's a pop-up. Lawson out. He'll give way to Sear for out number 1. 6 hits given up by Sandifer today. The homer to LeChance and then 5 singles. Desan Harris now 0 for 2. He's hit the ball hard twice, but right at Gators. Lined out to center field in the 2nd. Lined out to Stripling at first base in the 4th. The 0-2. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. 4th strikeout for Sandifer.
Goes back to that changeup. Really well located. Son Harrison swing mode. Was unable to connect with that one.
7 straight sat down by Sandifer since the Kyle Branch single back of the 4th inning. And now Dayton Taki will bat. Taki hitting in place of Connor Larkin and will stay in to play first base, I'm sure, as he fouls the first one back. Another senior here playing his final regular season game at Kimry Family Stadium. 192 average for the Fort Worth native, 2 homers on the season. He's in an 0-2 hole, and Sandifer's just coming right after him.
Tough to come off the bench in this situation. Get 2 fastballs, you miss them. Now you got to think that the changeup's coming from Sandifer. Has been doing it all day to left-handed hitters.
There's the changeup. Close. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Really good take by Taki there. It's a pitcher's pitch. You swing at it, it's a plus. I'm fine with it. It's a ball.
Full count. Strike 3 called, and that'll end the inning. Second straight 1-2-3 for Russell Sandifer. 6 full in the books here on Sunday in Norman. It's 10-2 Florida.
Shows the changeup, speeds him up with a fastball. Kind of see that high sinking fastball arm slot right at the knees. Gators up 8.
Seventh inning now in Norman. All Gators, they're up 10-2. An 8-run fifth. The difference in this one. And a new pitcher on for Oklahoma, number 33, right-hander Isaac Williams, making his first appearance of the weekend. He is the 16th Sooner pitcher used in the series, and there's a look at him. Caden Leon, Jason Bowden, and Xander Mercurius have all appeared twice. I don't know what the record is, but they got to be approaching it for a 3-game series. 16 different arms.
Crazy. Really nuts. A lot of people. Isaac Williams Jr., 6'1", out of Fleming Island, Florida, 200 pounds. Saw him last at Vanderbilt. Didn't record an out in that on the year. 1-0 record, just 8 2/3 innings, 11 strikeouts to 4 walks. It's been used here recently. Oral Roberts, LSU, A&M, and the DBU where he gave up 3.
Kyle Jones leads off, takes a ball. Hit by a pitch each of the last 2 times up. Homered back in the 3rd inning. 2-0. Pretty good looking pitch there.
Yeah, fastball at 95, spotted up. Just not getting the call from David Savage behind the plate.
This is the 16th guy they've used this weekend, and he's throwing 95. Welcome to college baseball in 2026.
Kyle Jones, solo homer in the 3rd. Been hit a couple times.
Oklahoma I have some injury concerns going into Fayetteville next weekend with their pitching staff. Cam Johnson left last night's game with some knee discomfort. Jason Bowden, one of their top relievers, leaves today's game after taking a line drive off his throwing shoulder. Either one, much less both, have to miss much time. That would be a significant blow for Skip Johnson's team. Full count here to Kyle Jones. Arkansas, by the way, in a rubber game today with Ole Miss in Fayetteville, tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's the Sooners' next opponent. Popped up right side. Taki over there now. The wind's going to bring it back to him, and there's one away.
Job by Isaac Williams. Getting out of that full count. Some soft contact from Kyle Jones.
Brendan Lawson. All of this offense. He's 0 for 11 in the series. 0 for 3 today. Did walk last time up. It's a ball.
I think he's feeling a little bit left out of the party. Got a walk today.
To Johnson fighting the sun, hanging with it. 2 pop outs in foul territory here in the 7th for Isaac Williams.
It looks really good. It's 95, kind of hides it well. See the weak contact again, gets in on the hands of Brendan Lawson. Great play right here by Camden Johnson, finding the wall, moving back. Tim Overman.
Carly
getting
Murray.
Out of there.
Look at Carly getting out of the way. You all right, Carly? We may have to show that again. Pitch is low.
She got shell shocked down there.
Well, she got hit by a line drive last year, and she's not going to risk it again. And that pop-up sent her scrambling. It's the 1-0. Let's take another look at this. Carly in the yellow dress. You can't miss her. Into the dugout. She says, "Oh, I'm getting out of here." Nope. You all right, Carly?
I'm okay, guys. I'm
right,
okay.
Good.
I was just sharing with Cameron Johnson what happened to me 2 years ago during the Norman Regional and how I got hit and how I have a little PTSD. It's not a dramatic reaction, guys.
I understand. I understand.
Pretty athletic, Carly.
Thank you. Thank you.
More worried about you turning your ankle, getting down and running there.
I'm quick. That's why I work out, guys.
That's 3 balls and no strikes to Blake Sear. There's a strike. Two outs, nobody on in the Gators' 7th inning. Strike 2 call. Sear 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts today. Was hit by a pitch and scored in that 8-run 5th. Homered here Friday night. And he draws a walk. 2-out base runner. The 6th walk of the day issued by the OU pitching staff. Ethan Surowick now. Got one of their 6 home runs today. 3-run shot back in the 5th inning.
Williams doing a nice job getting 2 quick outs in this inning. Some weak contact. Impressed by this arm. Just a deep staff.
That's headed toward the gap in left center field. That's trouble. High off the wall. Sear into third. He's getting the wave home. He'll score without a throw, and it's 11-2 Florida. An RBI double for Sirowick. And he didn't miss a home run by much. That ball was tattooed.
4 RBIs on the day for Sirowick. Let's see how close this is to get up. What I like to see is Trey Gamble's way off the wall here for bounces like that.
That was off the yellow line, it looked like, the very top of the wall. Almost their 7th of the day. Caden McDonald. Two for 4 with a pair of singles. If they could get Sirowick home, the Gators would put this game in run rule territory. Ripped that one foul.
Seen this guy take one bad swing. That was the strikeout pitch off Jason Bowden in the 6th. Everything else just hard and fast.
Just a pitcher for him last year. Got one at bat late in the season. This year, sporadic at bats here and there, but really not an impact guy at the plate at all until last weekend. And swings and misses here, but what a difference he has made for them. Gators get one more. RBI double for Sirowick. Time to stretch in Norman. All Gators. Here's your projected hosts this week, according to D1 Baseball. 1 through 8 there would potentially host regional and a super regional. 9 through 16 hosts as well. Again, still time to go, but this was as of this week. You see Florida there at the 14th seed this week. Conference tournament, SEC tournament starts May 19th. Selection show will be that following Monday. And then we're off and running the road to Omaha as the regionals begin May 29th. Kyle Branch leads off the bottom of the 7th for Oklahoma, down 9. He's been on twice today, reached on an error and scored in the 3rd, singled and stole a base in the 4th. Still Sandifer on the mound. We've talked about all the pitchers that Oklahoma has used in the series. It's been the opposite for Florida, just 7 guys. And only 1 today, all Russell Sandifer. 1 and 2 to Branch. Take that back. 6 guys for the Gators. Ernesto Lugo Conchola has pitched twice. King, Lugo Conchola, Reitner, Peterson, McDonald, and Sandifer. That's it. Flight into right. Hayden Yost is there for out number 1. We do have activity, though, as you see behind Hayden Yost there in the Gator bullpen. Righty and a lefty loosening. Alec Blair will get a pinch hit appearance. He'll bat in the 9-hole for Nolan Stevens, and one would assume stay in to play right field. First appearance of the season for the freshman out of California. 2 home runs on the year. Swings at the first one and fouls it off.
This kid's got some pop to all fields. Saw him pull a homer foul. Then the next pitch, he went backside for a homer.
The changeup has been awesome today for Russell Sandifer.
Greg Maddox somewhere smiling and able to spot up an off-speed pitch, just keep guys off balance.
Strikes out Blair. 7 of them. 2 outs. 10 straight retired by Sandifer. Back to the top of the order.
Yeah, it's just been location. This is a fastball up, kind of running away from the barrel of Alec Blair. Gets above the hands.
.94 pitches now for Sandifer. That's the most he's thrown in an outing this year. This is on the first one to Johnson. Johnson 2 for 3. Last time Camden Johnson batted, it was with an opportunity to give OU the lead. In the bottom of the 4th inning, in a 2-2 game, he batted with runners at second and third. Grounded out. But a lot has happened since his last at bat. All of it good for the Gators. Slow roller to third. Surowick up with it. Makes the play. And it's a third straight 1-2-3 inning for Russell Sandifer. On to the 8th we go in Norman. Wind blowing out today in Norman, and Florida has taken full advantage of it. 6 home runs on the day as they lead at 11-2 as we head to the 8th inning. Most home runs against an SEC team since March of 2024. And that was against LSU. And time to add to that total here still. This guy, Carson Bowen, leading off, has homered twice today. Also has a single. He's 3 for 4. Isaac Williams still on the mound, delivers a first pitch strike. Strike 2 call.
Williams pounding the zone. Mixing a few Off-speed pitches to match that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Like this arm, he hides it well.
He strikes out Bowen. Second strikeout for Isaac Williams. There's Landon Stripling. Stripling is homered and walked twice today. Had a ground out as well. He had one of the 4 home runs in that 8-run 5th inning. (11 runs on 11 hits for Florida today. Sooners 2 runs, 6 hits. A loss today for Oklahoma would drop them to 500 in conference play, 12-12. 4-4 in conference series with 2 to go. Just missed with that one. 3 balls and a strike to Stripling. He saw that one. Alfredo Burkeen says foul.
Big foul, buddy.
Yeah.
Big foul.
Got that one.
Sun wasn't in his eyes that time.
Little low. That's a walk. Second for Williams. 1 out base runner for the Gators. See those benches?
Yeah.
Heated or cooled, depending on what you want. Those are in the OU bullpen. They're more commonly you'll see them in football games. They got the little helmet holders on the back of them. Isaac Williams, the current Sooner pitcher, his father owns the company that makes those benches.
No doubt.
And on OU football game days, not just for Oklahoma, but you see them all over college football. On college game days here in Norman, Isaac and his father will be on the sidelines to just make sure everything's working properly. Wild pitch will send Stripling on to second base. Don't know the name of the company, or I'd give him a shout out here, but he has supplied a couple of benches for the Sooner bullpen here. The football team has volunteered to let them use them. They're not using them right now. They can be cooled when it's hot. They can be heated when it's cold. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Curlin.
Pretty cool that Isaac's out there earning that $1 in the fall.
Yeah. Helping
his
dad.
Yeah. Should get your tax return on that. Follow with your CPA.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Get your write-ups.
We're not giving tax advice today. Two balls and 2 strikes to Cade Curlin. He's got a single and a walk and 4 at-bats. Popped up, shallow right. Branch backing, calling, and there's 2 away.
Really good job by Williams there, getting in the hands. Cade Curlin, another weak pop-up. Gotten a lot of those. Brendan Lawson, Kyle Jones on a couple. One hard hit ball was Surwick for the double off the wall.
Hayden Yost. Check swing, didn't mean to. Foul ball. hit in the head by a pitch earlier today, a curveball. Good to see that he's okay. Also homered back in the 5th inning. Again, the Gators would love to get that runner home. Stripling out at second base would give them a 10-run lead. Could potentially in this game early. Pickoff attempt at second. Watch out for the ricochet. Almost got hit in the helmet again.
I think he saw it last second. Got out of the way. Good for him. It's a business decision.
Williams ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Didn't get the chase there. Continue to warm in the Florida bullpen. It kind of feels like Russell Sandifer's day might be done, although he's still looking at him in the dugout right now. I'm not so sure about that.
He's on the top step, glove hand.
If he's not going to be in the game, it doesn't look like he's been told that. So maybe he'll go out there for the 8th. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yost. Missed away. Kyle Jones, leadoff man on deck. Back and forth game early on today, tied at 2, going to the 5th, but that's when things changed. Center field. Dasan Harris back to the wall, and they did it again. Yost did it again. A 7th home run of the day for Florida, his 2nd, and it's 13-2.
Got a full count from Isaac Williams. Times up a fastball. Sooner pitching, just no answer for the offensive onslaught. See where this is at, right at the letters. Really high launch angle. He's got a fanatic for the moonshot, just getting up in the jet stream.
And that one was fair. Kyle Jones toward the alley in right center field. Harris can't get there. Into second with a double is Kyle Jones. And another extra base hit. Great effort by Dasan Harris, who gave it the dive. And Skip Johnson is going to go to another pitcher. The Gators pouring it on here in Norman. They lead at 13-2, and the Sooners going back to the bullpen. Two-run homer by Hayden Yost has put Florida in run rule territory. They lead at 13-2 as Oklahoma goes to another pitcher. Jaden Barfield, he appeared in last night's game, sophomore. Had a good ninth inning, only threw 8 pitches last night. His first to Brendan Lawson is a called strike. 8th pitcher used today for Skip Johnson. And they got a good start today from Cord Rager. But it all came apart when he left the game in the 5th inning.
Solo outing for him as far as length, right? He doesn't really go past the 5th. See what Brendan Lawson gets hit on this one. Undoes the strap.
Get him in the calf?
I think so.
Ouch. Maybe the last chance for Lawson to get a hit in the series. When he got hit, oh, what a painful at bat that was all the way around. Oh boy, that looked like it might have caught him on the wrist, and let's hope he's okay here. 5th hit batter of the game for OU pitchers.
Yeah, he's pointing like right on that little ball that you have on your wrist.
Fouls one off his calf and then gets hit in the arm, and this is of significant concern for Florida. Obviously, Brendan Lawson, a major piece for the Gators here. It's Tinder. Is he going to stay in the game? It looks like he is not. Oh boy. Let's take another look at this.
He's got the wrist protector on.
Wrist.
It's right on the strap. There's no padding there.
Man, it has been a great day for Florida, and that hopefully is not a dark cloud. They need him to be okay. Great player. He exits. Cash Strayer will run for him at first. Strike to Sear. 2 on, 2 out. That is Myers, excuse me, running at first. 25, not 26. Colt Myers. 1-1 the count. Boy, just all around, you hope this isn't a costly weekend for both these teams with the Cam Johnson and Jason Bowden injuries for Oklahoma, and now Brendan Lawson potentially for Florida. Hopefully none of them amount to anything, and they're all healthy for next weekend, but there will be significant concern for both coaching staffs and fan bases. One and 2 to count to Sear. 2 on, 2 out. Strike 3 called, and that'll end the inning. And the Sooners need 2 runs to keep playing as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Gators up 11. Now the day is done for Russell Sandifer, and it was a good one. 7 innings, gave up just the 1 earned run. Struck out 7, only walked 1. The season high 97 pitches.
It's been command for me. The changeup's been good to lefties. Spotting it up what he wants. Fastball, changeup. It's a good one right there to Brendan Brock. Gets to Son Harris to swing over the top of one. It's just been tenacious as far as command goes. Spot up 3 pitches for strikes. Done a great job. This is Ricky Reith, 6'4" senior, 205 out of Windermere, Florida. Notre Dame transfer, 2-0 record on the year. 16 strikeouts to 5 walks. Sully kind of wants to get him to be that bridge guy. Seems like mop-up time. But a guy they really needed the back end of the bullpen. Throws some strikes, 17 2/3 innings.
Gators 3 outs away from a series victory if they can keep 2 runs off the board here. They lead at 13-2. It'll be Brendan Brock, Trey Gamble, and Jackson Willits due up for Oklahoma. Brock 2 for 3 today. He has 1 of their runs batted in. A 3rd inning single. And Reith misses with his first offering. Got the strike there, 1-1. Ricky Reith.
Yeah, pretty good baseball name, huh?
Yeah, it is. Throw across the body and the scoop in time to retire Brock. Nice play by the Gators' new shortstop. That's Colt Myers replacing Brendan Lawson. And the ball will find you. Made a nice play in his first attempt.
Yeah, no easy task either. Myers done a nice job getting around this ball, using the ground to get the speedy Brock getting down the line.
Trey Gamble now. 0 for 3 today. 2 for 10 on the weekend. Oklahoma's got to find a way to get their offense to come alive here late in the year. If the score stands, this will be the 14th time in 24 SEC games they've been held to 4 runs or less. Just 2 today. They won by scoring just 4 on Friday night. Up the middle. Myers again. 2 outs. Had him played perfectly there.
Yeah, come in the game, the ball will find you. He's done a nice job. Back-to-back plays.
It's up to Jackson Willits now to keep this game alive. He's 0 for 3. Strike 1. An 8-run 5th, and the pitching of Russell Sandifer. The difference in this one today. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. Sooners' last hit was in the 4th inning. Kyle Branch single. Haven't had a base runner since. 13 straight retired by Sandifer and Reith. Just missed there, 2-2.
You got a couple of guys with some nice days at the plate. Camden Johnson, couple of knocks. Same thing with Brendan Brock. Dayton LaChance with a homer. Just been kind of scattered.
Down the right field line, that's a fair ball. That should be extra bases for Willits. He's headed to second with a double. His 3rd hit in the series, and all 3 of them extra base hits. 2 doubles and a triple. Dayton LaChance will get another AB.
Really good approach with 2 strikes there by Willits. Goes down and gets one, keeps it fair. Got to make him feel good to end this one.
Team leading 13th double of the year for Jackson Willits. Blake mentioned the LaChance homer back in the 4th inning. His second home run of the series. 6th of the season. Let's take a look at it. Leading off, first pitch of the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, thing of beauty. That ball's out over the outer third of the plate, just gets extended. Love watching guys swing a bat.
Unfortunately for Oklahoma, that's their only one today. The Gators have hit 7 as he pulls that one foul. And it caroms down there by Isaac Williams' benches.
It's good to know that they either go down, Isaac can make a repair on him real quick, mid-game.
I'm sure he travels with a wrench, socket set.
Yeah. Pair of channel locks.
Strike called, 1 and 2. You probably do too, I imagine,
all
right?
the time.
Back of your truck.
Back of my back pocket.
Down to the last strike. Ricky Reith, the Dayton LaChance, got him swinging, and that'll do it. Florida wins the series emphatically. A run rule victory on Sunday in Norman. 13-2 Gators. We'll wrap it up here next. Gators win 2 of 3 this weekend here at Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. 13-2 the final on Sunday. And that 5th inning, the difference in this one, Blake.
Yeah, you had 4 homers in that inning. Gators just found the offensive stroke. Did a great job. Sooners just didn't have an answer. Big part of this game was Mr. Sandifer. Had a really good outing. The longest of his season this year.
Let's take a look. 7 home runs today for Florida. The wind blowing out in Norman, and they took full advantage.
Absolutely. It's Kyle Jones, Hayden Yost. Everybody's joining the party.
And it was more than enough for Russell Sandifer, who was dominant on the mound and joins us live now from the field. Mr. Sandifer, congratulations. Great performance today. How big was this win for you guys?
It was definitely a really big win. You know, the last couple weekends haven't gone our way, but we're a tough group, and I was really proud with how we responded after Friday night. Obviously, we blew the lead, but it goes to show this group is special, and I was really glad with how we responded today.
Seems like the changeup was a really big part of your performance today. Was that the game plan coming in?
Yeah, I mean, game plan is always get ahead of guys and then competitive pitches with 2 strikes. You know, the last couple starts I've had, I haven't been as competitive I wanted. Haven't been getting ahead of guys as much, and so today the emphasis was just kind of let it go and go compete, and I did a great job of that today. I was really happy with it.
Run support is a pitcher's best friend, and you got to love it when the bats swing it like they did today for you.
Yeah, it was awesome. You know, the wind definitely gave us a little help, but there's a couple that doesn't matter how much wind there was, those were way out of here.
Congratulations, Russell.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Russell Sandifer, the winning pitcher today. Gators take 2 of 3. 2 weekends to go in the college baseball regular season for Oklahoma. They're off to Arkansas. Gators back home to host Kentucky. For Blake Brewster and Carly Murray and the entire SEC Network Plus team, I'm Toby Rowland. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.